A while back, we had the rickety original stairs replaced with nicer and sturdier oak stairs. In preparation for that, the existing understair storage needed to be removed. Not a huge loss, as the space had not been greatly utilised, accessed as it was via a door on the narrow side as walk-in storage, which for anyone over 5 foot or 1 meter 50 in height meant you immediately bonked your head off the stairs. All that, though, has left this unsightly negative space under the stairs, and it's finally time to do something about it. The idea of using it as storage wasn't bad per se, but badly executed. It would be much better to access the storage space from the long side and, because of the depth here, about 90 centimeters, access it via long drawers. We were considering getting someone in to get it done, but that meant a one-size-fits-all solution of their choosing with no input from the customer, i.e. us, and €2,000 for the privilege, whereas the materials would come to about 200 to maybe €300, a lot of which I already had sitting in the garage. I'm going with timber frame here, and since I don't want to drill into the stairs for fear of screws starting to squeak and creak over time, and I absolutely cannot drill into the floor because of the underfloor heating, the only way I can think of anchoring the timber frame is to the wall between the hallway and the study. So I'm making some cutouts and bolting timber into the blocks. I have to keep in mind that the drawer fronts that will be here eventually should not stick out from the stringer, so I'm allowing for 12 millimeters and another 3 to have a margin. Angles and lengths are measured, scribbled in my measurement notebook to cut the uprights to size. The bottom cross piece is positioned directly below the diagonal top. The uprights go in, get measured again for plumb, and pocket screwed in place. The diagonal is not fixed to the stairs at all. It is only held in place by clamps. And now the uprights. Under the watchful or indifferent, I honestly can't tell most of the time, eyes of Loki, the family bull mastiff, I'm getting a start at the cross braces. Those are more 4x2s that secure the front frame to its parallel back frame, which is anchored in the brickwork with 10mm concrete bolts. Probably complete overkill. The wall sits at a weird angle here, and to make matters just that bit more complicated for myself, I've resolved to keeping the angle and continue the side of the understair cabinet along that line, which I'm drawing here. I'm now realizing that that line will continue and come right under the top newel post of the stairs, and at some point become a real faff to deal with. Anyway, I've transferred that angle to another upright that's going to sit right on the corner, and I'm putting screws into it right here. The axis gets cut away with a handsaw. There'll be some jumps and skips in this video, and probably the next two as well. I built this whole thing over an excruciatingly long period of time, and I did not really keep track of my progress very well. In this shot, the frame for the triangular side cubby is already in place, as I start to put in the horizontal front frame cross battens. The way I've divided the space is roughly in 2 halves horizontally and 4 quarters vertically. Or maybe it's 2 vertical halves and 4 horizontal quarters. Anyway, more uprights are going in. This should give an idea of what the plan is. A jacket compartment top left, 3 smaller drawers in the middle, a tall shoe drawer on the right, and on the left a large pull-out dog kennel, also on heavy-duty drawer slides. You would be forgiven for thinking that more cross braces are going in, and for wondering why on earth that is. These are for the drawer runners. Because of the depth available, I'm opting for 80 centimeter long drawers, for which all I could find were heavy-duty telescopic drawer slides, and those I figure have to be fixed to reasonably sturdy timber. Normally, fitting screw holes in and making them disappear goes against my reversibility ethos, but in this case it's a risk I'm comfortable taking. I don't intend to take this down anytime soon. Sanding it smooth afterwards really makes them disappear, especially once the paint is on. I did not film painting because my god is it boring, but I had to get it done before the sliders go in, as otherwise I would have had to paint around them. And speaking of drawer slides, here they go in now, measuring distance and checking for level every step of the way. This is the moment I'm realizing that I do not need a massive dog kennel compartment on drawer slides for the dog to crawl into to sleep. He is quite happy sleeping on the couch in my study, where he is more than welcome to get his rec time as far as I'm concerned. So I added in another compartment to allow for a total of 3 drawers in the bottom half of the frame, but more on that later. The frame is very much done at this point, and so is this video.